Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about patch notes for Season 1.4 patch notes. That's right, the patch notes just got loose today, and today we're going to talk about everything. A lot of things have been added, from new characters, a bunch of patches, and even an event. Without further ado, let's begin. So for general stuff, they decided to move the free-for-all mode to a more prominent position in the play menu. It was on the far right of the menu and was often hidden. We really enjoyed the mode and recommend trying it out if you haven't. And honestly, as a person who's played this mode, it is pretty fun. It's fun. It's like basically time, but like Smash Bros. Time mode. It's really fun. Next up, we got our new character, Stripe. Stripe will be unlockable at 2,000 gold, 1 character ticket, or 700 Gleamium. And he comes with his Combat Stripe variant. Not only that, we also got a new announcer pack from Lady Reinacorn, which will be available for 300 Gleamium. A new map will be appearing very soon that only play in custom games. It's new and experimental, so they'll really love for us to try it out, and if we like it, then they'll improve it, and eventually they'll let it out on online or whatever. Next up, we got our Halloween event. Halloween is coming to multiversus, and this event runs from today, October 12th, to November 15th, so it's basically well over a month. And basically, you earn candy by playing games against other players or bots, and you earn extra candy if you're playing as Combat Stripe, Combo Gizmo, or any other Halloween exclusive skins. How the candy breakdown will be done, I'll put it down right here on screen. With this candy, you can actually unlock new cosmetics and some new cool stuff like a pumpkin patch profile icon, a jack-o'-lantern emote sticker, a mummy rained on epic variant, and a calico cake epic variant. I'll be showing the prices of how much candy are for these, but the one I just said you can get for candy. However, if you already bought all these things, you can also exchange candy, like 500 candy for 10 gold. Not only that, we also have variants that we can actually buy with Gleamium too. Van Baron, Tom and Jerry are available for 800 Gleamium. Frankenstein Iron Giant available for 1500 Gleamium. Witch Velma available for also 1500 Gleamium. And my favorite two skins, Black Lantern Superman and Black Lantern Wonder Woman, available for 200 or 2000 Gleamium too. Now for Black Lantern Wonder Woman, it showed that she has an axe, so I'm wondering if you can actually use this axe. Next up, for gameplay systems, the anti-infinite system, instead of having 4 attack limit, has now been lowered to 3. So using the same attack 3 times in the same hit stun combo will now decay the attack and all subsequent attacks in the combo. The goal is to basically put a soft cap on infinite combos, and hopefully this will help out. They also want us to be more creative with it. They also nerfed the dodge meter system. They've increased the time that it takes to regain ticks of dodge meter. This is to promote more deliberate action and manage the dodge meter better. So he basically just doesn't want people to spam dodge over and over again. And they just want to increase the importance of the dodge meter itself, and increase the importance of perks affecting the dodge meter as well. And now to the patches and the nerfs, the meat and potatoes of this update, starting with Arya Stark. Arya Stark's first bug fix is where they fix an issue where dashing to the knife on Arya traveling at a downward angle would continue to throw her at speed downward, usually causing her death, so basically an auto-suicide. They also fixed another issue where using her field stasis ability would basically desync and will drop frame rates. Next up, her ground and air up special, enemies have 70% KBI instead of 100. This is a stopgap measure before a larger change comes in. The fix is in testing still, and since we don't have the full confidence in our solution until more testing is done, we have to push it into the next patch. And their goal is to make it more consistent and skill based, to where the opponent has control over the outcome and follow-ups that Arya can do to read your opponent. For her side special, both in the ground and the air, dash to knife when attached to an enemy hits more consistently when traveling longer distances. His air up attack, basically they made it so it combos into each other more, because it's a multi-hit and they usually tend to drop for some reason. And a general thing was set passive dodge meter return to 7 seconds from 6 seconds. For Batman, His side air 1 increased by 5 frames before Batman is allowed to cancel out of the move due to landing. And this is basically made to basically, like whiff lag consistent in air. So it's basically more punish window. And his second side air improved the reliability of side air 2 to hit online. And they set the dodge meter return from 7 seconds from 6. For Finn, they also did the same thing with the dodge meter. For Garnet, basically her neutral attack, her up air and up attack, side jab 1, and air up special, they removed hurt boxes on her hands and arms, which is basically making, disjoints. So they're trying to make her have more disjointed moves. And for air up special, they increased the mobility upward to make this attack more of a recovery and more powerful attack option. And of course, the set dodge meter returned from 6 seconds from 3 seconds. For Gizmo, his ground side special car no longer deals damage if Gizmo gets off it. So let's say you're off the car, that car will not damage you. Also, there's a speed cap on the car where the car has to reach a minimum before actually doing damage. And the minimum is 1400. Her up special attacked the same ally cooldown increased from 15 seconds from 9. His air and ground down attack, piano attacks while attached now takes longer to perform and has increased recovery, while an up special, of course. His up special, damage taken while being attached, now decreases additionally attached time. For his neutral special, seeing buffs on enemies now start to decay after 7 seconds from 5 and has a slower decay speed. And this is basically the intention is to allow the silency buff to apply more often, where previously it just was harder to get on. And of course the general thing where they set the dodge meter return from 9 seconds from 6. For Harley Quinn, her dodge meter returned from 7 seconds to 6. For Iron Giant, he only just got bug fixes and general stuff. They fixed a bug that was causing a sticker emote not to play. Iron Giant's bolts are no longer destroyed by projectiles blocking the effects. So like for example, like Wonder Woman's shield. And it removed an ability where Iron Giant can be a wall that enemies can bounce off of. And this basically gave them so many bugs that they just decided to remove it. And the set dodge meter returned from 9 seconds from 6. For Jake, they added 4 frames of whiff lag, and they added 3 frames of whiff lag for his side air attack, where for his neutral attack they added the 4. And his set dodge meter returned from 9 seconds from 6. LeBron James got a bug fix. They fixed an issue where the silencer emote would not allow canceling out of the emote. And his air ground neutral special, ally pass catch explosion slightly reduced in size. And the set dodge meter returned from 7 seconds from 6. For Morty, his down special, they increased the cooldown increase from 38 seconds to 42, and they reduced the duration of ally save from 5 seconds to 4. His neutral attack, both in the air and the ground, where previous knockback ceiling was by 1 for each grenade, shot by the same blaster shot with no limit on multiplier knockback, scaling is now limited to the max of 3 from no limit. And they set the dodge meter return from 9 seconds from 6. Rick got a bunch of nerfs. Rick got a few bug fixes where, for example, his side special, they basically improved the teleporting and all that shit positioning. In his ground up attack where they aligned the VS effects, but the rest are basically nerfs. Ground up special, they increased whiff flag by 3 frames and charge damage multiplier. Instead of being 0.2 or times 2 is now only 1.5. Air up special, they reduced charge multiplier on KB and damage instead of from 1.25 from 0.5. His air ground down special knockback multiplier from being polymorph reduced to times 1.5 from 2. Air side attack, they reduced base KB from 1350 from 1400. And his neutral special, the charge special, which is basically the lasers, they basically put the charge version of it under a cooldown now. And this was because everyone was basically using him as Wolf Slayer from Smash Bros. And just spamming that move as spacing, and it was really annoying. Shaggy, his set dodge meter returned from 6 seconds from 3.5 seconds. Steven Universe, movement speed increased from 2075 from 2175, and they set the dodge meter return from 9 seconds from 6 seconds. Superman, air up special, down direction throw reduced from 675 to 475. Air down special, eye lasers turning 3 charge ups from 2 with 1 charge returning every 10 seconds. His side air attack reduced base KB to 1100 from 1200, and they reduced the charge KB multiplier too. It's now 1.25 instead of 1.5. Neutral air, they reduced base KB of 1100 from 1200, and of course the set dodge meter returned from 6 seconds from 2.5. Tom and Jerry's ground down attack cancels earlier on by 3 frames, and Jerry's HP is now 9. And of course the set dodge meter returns from 9 from 6. Velma, they fixed a bug where Velma's vial could not apply ice even after fighters have been stopped standing in their chemical spell. I'm pretty sure this was in the last patch too, where the freeze debuff wasn't correctly putting in place. They also fixed another bug where Velma's ice would stack indefinitely, so basically it'll be frozen forever, and it'll just keep on stacking and stacking. So now it no longer does that. Her neutral special, cooldown on the beam increased from 6 seconds to 8. Her air up special increased whiff lag by 3 frames. Air side special reduced active hit frames by 2 to better match visuals. And movement reduced from 2050 from 2100. And last but not least, Wonder Woman. Her air up special removed instant cancel on hit, and this is to remove the double or up special combo, which could basically lead to people dying at really absurd and early percentages. Ground neutral attack increased startup by 1 frame. Ground down attack increased whiff lag by 8 frames. And basically this attack was just too safe from blocking projectiles, and it was basically a do everything move, that they decided to make it a bit more laggy. 2175, and her dodge meter returned from 6 seconds from 3.5. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are all the buffs and nerfs and everything you need to know about this update of Multiversus. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content. I am going to be doing more frame data videos in a sec. And with that being said, have a nice day.
Masquerade, hiding both face and mind.